going to share something with you. That might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from here, and this has been like a therapy session.
Oscar Bevis, IFL TV, proudly sponsored by rivalries. Elle Brooke joins me. Thank you very much for giving me some of your time. How are we?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good.
Saudi.
I didn't go Saudi, no.
Oh,
Sorry, you just broke my heart with that question.
I know.
I don't know, it looked good on everyone's story, yeah.
I know. Oh, sorry about that.
I'll tell you what, though, I'm here in Telford and that's what really matters.
Yeah.
I know obviously Misfits is kind of about this whole entertainment scene and that. And we probably knew something was going to happen, but that was a bit of a crazy 5 minutes.
Yeah, to be honest, I think it saved the whole promotion a little bit. Like, definitely up the ante. I think anyone in the audience was a bit like, oh my God. So, no, it was really exciting, actually. Yeah, it happened for ages. It was like 10 minutes worth of like
I was
entertainment.
going to say, it didn't stop, and then it just felt like random people in the crowd. Like, there was a geezer behind me getting involved, and I'm not sure.
No, like everyone. And then I was speaking to Dean's coach, and I was like, I thought you was going to get involved. And he was like, no, I was just trying to calm him down. So, yeah, crazy.
I don't know, hopefully they swing it out on Saturday night. It didn't take long for your name to get mentioned when Astrid and AJ were called up. Actually, I think your name was mentioned before the press conference by Addy. I suppose you're kind of taking this, despite the fact they're fighting for a belt, you're still kind of taking this influencer queen status at the moment.
Yeah, like I don't want to. It's so cringy being like I am the best in the scene, but to be honest, like no one has proved that they're better than me otherwise. But yeah, no, it'll be interesting to watch them. I don't want that belt. I don't want to fight at 50 kg. I'm too heavy for that shit. They can enjoy that fame, and you know, like yeah, it's what it is.
In terms of that fight, how do you see it going? Obviously, you fought AJ, so you kind of know what she's about up close. She said she's got better. She probably would have. We've all seen Astrid fight as well. How do you think that plays out?
I think AJ is really tough, and I think that Astrid's going to have a problem with that because I can imagine AJ this time being on her front foot and going, you know, she's got heart, like she doesn't give up, and her being on the front foot, I don't think that Astrid's going to be able to take that pressure. I don't think she's going to know what to do. I don't think she can just stand there, keep her tight guard up. Like she's going to actually have to move, and whether she can cut the ring off and, you know, move rings around AJ, I don't think she has the experience.
Because looking at her previous fight, it wasn't much of a test. So is there really too much to actually base Astrid off, I guess?
No, but then you think you've only had one round's worth of experience, banked experience, whereas AJ's had, 4 with me, Tash Weekender was 3 or 4. You know, that's a lot more experience in the ring, and that really adds up. And when you've won because your opponent has quit, what is that teaching you? You haven't been in the corner and you haven't thought you're losing, or you haven't had these dark thoughts in your head and there's things that you have to overcome and conquer and that kind of thing, whereas AJ has. So I think that will affect the fight massively, and maybe Astrid will be fighting the demons in her own head this fight.
One thing we have seen is she's been putting pictures online where it looks like she's been doing some pretty brutal sparring. I will say one thing, I went down to a gym, I think it was Edge in Romford, and you were there with all the Tibbs' lot. Yeah. Are you kind of looking at that now as what sets you apart, because you're in such like a professional camp and setup that no one else really has that? They might have a camp and a setup, but it's not with the likes of Mark Tibbs. They ain't training around world champions.
Have you seen? Can you not see my black eye?
Is that from Ebony?
Yes, she murked me today. Oh my God, like
today?
Yes, and I'll show you videos of me sparring her. Like she was literally, she beat the absolute crap out of me, practically with one hand because the other hand is injured. So, I think they've done her the world of justice in a sense because she's really sharp with that left hand and her hooks are like, you can't see them coming. Like, she's definitely improved on her feints as well. I think the caliber of people that I'm obviously sparring, and I've got that experience, and being around such high pedigree boxers definitely wears off on me, because I can imagine these guys, kind of everyone's in the same boat, even though it's nice building up together and you can spar people on your same level, whereas I'm getting chucked in the deep end, and Mark and Ebony, they only show me tough love. They don't blow smoke up my arse. They fight or flight, like you're getting on with it, and if you don't meet the standards that we're looking for, then you're gone. It's cutthroat like that. It's not about money, it's about trying hard and being the best and winning.
Yeah, well, I suppose it's obviously gearing up towards your next outing. Anything you can kind of give us?
Yeah, no, it's a tournament, so all I want is to be active, because time in the gym when you haven't got a fight and you're training and you're not focusing on an opponent, it's not really effective. Whereas if you have a camp and you have a certain opponent in mind, you're constantly getting better and better. Otherwise, you're kind of in limbo and you're lingering around, and it's more casual. Whereas when you're in camp and you're training hard, it's 110%. So that's my opportunity 3 times in 5 to 6 months. So hopefully from now till August, you're going to be like, damn, like that's such a big improvement already.
Obviously, just bringing it back to these two. Obviously, I know you have got your own thing going on, but do you think it will get to a point where it will be like, I just kind of see it as Astrid and Elle, people want you to fight. Do you think it will get to a point where kind of the influencer boxing fans will kind of not accept anything but that?
No,
when I see your names, like it just seems them two are just going to be linked regardless of what else you guys do.
I think for me, no, because I'm constantly pushing myself. If you see me versus Faye Fordway and the height difference, you think that's going to be an exciting fight, and I'm going to be proved to myself. I'm not going to take easy fights. I'm going to chuck myself in the deep end. I want the hardest, biggest opponents, so it keeps it interesting and people are more engaged. And no one wants to see me fight the influencer equivalent of a journeywoman. I want to be tested, and that's exactly what I want to do. Whereas I think Astrid, she only wants to take the easy fights, and she's ducking me. And if she wants to, take that career path, then congratulations to her. But for me, I want to be the biggest, the baddest, and the best. I want to keep people tuned in. I want the knockouts. I want the blood. I want the glory. So if that fight ever happens, then great. But I'm not going to be bummed if it doesn't.
I'm going to share something with you. That might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from it, and this has been like a therapy session.